Hey guys, what's up? Brett here, and today I'll be showing you how to make a Bukkit server for Minecraft. Um, Bukkit servers are typically thought of to be complicated to set up, but once you understand what you need to do, it's relatively simple, and you can make a server within minutes. This way is with Hamachi. Having a little bit of trouble with port forwarding, and plus a lot of people just don't, because they just want to play with their friends, you know. So, if you don't know what Hamachi is, really quickly, before you do anything, you're going to need to get Hamachi. To get Hamachi, go to your internet browser, Google, and just type in log me in Hamachi. It's actually log me in's one word, but it don't matter. And you're going to download this. Just click download now, which is the unmanaged mode. And once you do that, you're just going to set it up and create your own network. And once you've created your network, it'll ask you to name it and put a password in. Password is completely optional because chances are no one's going to find it anyway, but it's up to you. So after you've downloaded and installed Hamachi, you should have an icon on your desktop if you chose that option. And this is what it should look like. Okay, and you'll see you have two IPs. You'll have an IPv4 and IPv6. So we're not going to worry about the IPv6, okay? You see you got IPv4 and IPv6. This is your IPv4. This is your IPv6, okay? So we're going to need the IPv4, so I'm just going to move Hamachi over to my other screen. Alright, so now, the first thing you're going to go to is bukkit.org, and the links will be in order in the description as I go to them in the video, okay? So, you're going to come over here where it says recommended builds. You're going to get this very top one, because this is always going to be the latest and most updated recommended build for Craft Bukkit. And once you do that, you're going to get a, let me see, you're going to get something on your desktop that looks like this. Okay? It'll be Craft Bukkit, and then whatever version Minecraft is, and then whatever version the build is. So, we got Craft Bukkit 1.2.5, and then this is version 4.0, or the recommended build 4.0, I should say. The next thing that you're going to do is make a folder in desktop. So right click new folder, name it whatever, you want. I'm just going to name it Bukkit server, and you're going to drag it into there. Now know where you saved your folder to, because now we're going to do something else here in a minute with that. So go back to your browser and click on the second link in the description. That'll take you to java.com, and it'll take you to a certain page where you can check your Java version, okay? And when you check your Java version, this is important because you need to have 6 or 7. You can't have 5. And 6 is actually going to be going dead. I believe in like November. I want to say November of this year, somewhere or in the fall. So you might want to update now or just wait, whenever you want. So anyway, you're going to click Verify Java version. If it asks you to run Java, you want to do that. And I have a version 6, update 31. They're now on version 7, like I said. So if you want, go ahead and download it before you carry this out. You can always change it later if you like the code that we're going to need, but it's up to you. So now that you know what version Java you have, you're going to go to the third link in the description, and that will be, whoops, I didn't go to it all the way. Here it is. It'll be the Bukkit Wiki, and you're going to go down here, and this is setting up a server, okay? And you see a bunch of these codes. Now, there are 4 codes for Windows. So you only got 1 code for Linux, and 1 code for Mac. And then you have an alternate code, but it's for advanced Mac users. So, but I have Windows, so I'm gonna only focus on these 4, okay? Now, here you have Java 7 and Java 6 codes, or scripts, okay? Depending on which script or I mean, which Java version you have is going to affect what script you're going to get. So I have Java 6, so I'm going to copy the top script here. And if you have Java 7, copy this next one. You could, if you don't want to use Java, I mean, as far as a certain directory, so say you wanted your friend to have a server and you wanted to mail him this file, you could use this instead. But I mean, it's up to you. And then this can be used as well. It's a shorter code, but it doesn't work on all machines, and that's just having to do with the script and the way that the machine processes the script in the command prompt. So once you copy your code, you're going to open up Notepad, and you're going to paste it. Now, try it first like this, okay? So you're going to save as. The first time it don't matter. And it should be this one, yeah. Name it whatever .bat. It should be run, start, or start server. They recommend run just because that way you don't get confused, but it's up to you really. But there'll be a bunch of files here in a minute, so hopefully you don't name it something that is already going to be there, okay? Because if not, you're going to have a conflict. So you go to Bukkit server, or whatever folder that you made on your desktop, and you're going to double click this. The system cannot find the path specified. Okay, well, this is due to one of two reasons, or both reasons. In this case, for me, it's both. I'm running Java in 32-bit mode, but this is a 64-bit computer, okay? It just came like that. I don't know why, but if you're running Java in 32-bit mode on your 64-bit machine, you need to alter the script. So you're going to right-click on the batch file, go to Edit, and right here where it says Program Files, between the S and the % symbol, you're going to put parentheses x86, and that should do it. Now, go ahead and save that, and see if it works. Well, see, the path specified option's been fixed, and that was because of the code. So the code's working, but it can't find jar file craftbucket.jar. Okay, so what do you do? Well, this is very simple. Need to copy the name of the current build that you're using. Oops. And you're going to want to edit again, or go back to edit. And you see this? Craftbucket.jar? Well, that's the source. That's where it's trying to source from. So you're going to actually highlight CraftBucket and replace it with the current build. Now, don't delete the .jar extension, because then it will know what it's looking for, and you'll get that path specify error again. And a lot of people delete that and forget to put the jar extension back, and that messes up, and then they're like hopeless, you know. So, most important thing at this point in time is the jar extension. Make sure you have that, and make sure you change the name, okay? And after you save it, you run it, and you're going to get this. This means that it's working. You'll see some warnings here. This is the same thing you get if you ran a standard server, which I will be making a tutorial on here soon. But this is at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's because nothing else to do. So, yeah, but I'll be making a tutorial, I can't talk, tutorial on standard server here probably in the next couple days. I prefer Bukkit though, because it's a little bit less laggy on the computer that you're hosting it from. If you're going to play on the same computer, it's always better to have a dedicated computer, but it's up to you. And not only that, but you can use plugins or mods. Plugins are almost like mods, but you can use plugins and mods, I should say. So, alright, so after this is done, you don't want to hit the X button, because that will crash your server. You want to type in stop. And this could take a couple seconds. And you see it, pressing key to continue. Okay, so when you type in stop, it saves your world, and then it shuts it down in an orderly fashion, so that way everything just doesn't stop at once, you know, because that can corrupt your world if something was being altered in the process of it also simultaneously shutting down. So be careful about that. Don't hit X. But if you do, chances are it'll still be okay, but you don't want to take the chance, okay? Now, the next and final step is to open up your server properties file. Now, I should say properties here, and you'll see this properties file, but maybe it won't open up correctly. So when you're trying to open it, it'll say you can't open it with this, or we can't open it with any program that we know that you have, because it's some type of weird file. So open it with Notepad, okay? And the only thing really that you need to do here is the server IP. And if we go back to Hamachi, the IPv4 address, you just left click up here and you copy the IPv4. You can now exit Hamachi and you can paste that around in there. Then you can change your player versus player, difficulty, game mode, message of the day, which you don't get that option in the standard server. This is pretty cool. And all this is up to you. So you save that and you're done. Now here's the OP list where you can make people have the authority to use command line in the game. You can ban players so that their account is not able to join, period. Or you can just ban the IP. It's up to you. But yeah, but if you really want to ban someone, you want to ban the player. Whitelist is if you want it to be private, but it's a public port, or an open port, I should say. So it means you're not using Hamachi. But you want to keep it a private server. You want to use whitelist. That way, no one else can join except people who are on the whitelist. Okay. And if you don't have your Hamachi password protected, it's always a good idea to use whitelist just in case someone will get a hold of your Hamachi network ID. One more thing. Trying to keep this under 15 minutes. It's 12 now. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, or if you ever get a custom map, download off the internet, get one from your game. What you're going to do is you're going to want to delete both or all three of these files: the world, the world nether, and the world the end. And you're going to delete all those and drag in the level data folder, and whatever the name of that is, the new world. So pretend that these are deleted, and I drag in a world, and it has a different name. Well, I would go to my server properties, and you see where it says level name. I would delete this and type in whatever name it was. Yeah, something like that. But actually not going to save it. But yeah, it's up to you. Once again, you know, if you want to do that, if you do, that's how you do it. So that's all I can think of. Plugins, they're pretty self-explanatory. You just find them on the Bukkit website somewhere. Can't remember exactly where they're at. If I find, I'll put a link in the description, but I might not. So a Google search will probably find them for you as well. And all you do is download them and just drag them in this plugins folder. As for multiplayer mods, I'll probably make a different tutorial for that. But you do need a couple different things for that. So don't try and install a mod without the necessary additional programs you're going to need to have. With that said, I'm going to end the video now before I get off track, because I'm very bad at that. Sorry about that. But anyway, that's how you make a Bukkit server. I mean, it's really simple. Once you get good at it, you can just make a server in under 3 to 4 minutes. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. Peace.